evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, January the 12th, 2016. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, one of winter's biggest risks is poisoning from carbon monoxide. We'll tell you what you need to do to stay safe. As the 109th Tennessee General Assembly convenes today, a state senator wants answers from the state insurance commissioner about why health insurance rates are increasing. Tomorrow night's lottery Powerball jackpot will be the largest ever, and we'll tell you what you should do if you are the lucky winner. Big changes are happening at the Manchester Coffee County Convention Center, and Tom Corrington will speak with Motlow President Dr. Anthony Kinkle. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com, featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Welcome back. When winter weather arrives, more people try to make their homes as airtight as possible, as well as trying alternative heating methods to save money on heating costs. While energy conservation is certainly important, so too is protecting your personal and family health. The Tennessee Department of Health and the Tennessee State Fire Marshal's Office is urging residents to know about potential home health and safety hazards during the winter months. One of the winter's biggest risks is poisoning from carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is an odorless, tasteless, and colorless gas that kills without warning. CO can come from many sources, including malfunctioning natural gas or propane furnaces and gas water heaters, wood-burning stoves, charcoal grills, candles, and gas-powered electricity generators. The Department of Health says that you should have a functional carbon monoxide detector in your home. TDH Commissioner John Dreisner says, quote, "Putting one where you and your family sleep provides a measure of protection from potentially harmful CO emissions that can damage the heart, lungs, and other organs in humans and pets and can cause death. It is especially dangerous for those who are asleep, infants and children, pregnant women, older people, and those in poor health."
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, unintentional exposure to carbon monoxide accounts for approximately 15,000 emergency department visits and 500 deaths each year in the United States. In Tennessee, 12 people have died since 2013 as a result of non-fire related carbon monoxide poisoning. This past September, Tennessee commemorated its first Carbon Monoxide Awareness Day in an effort to stop this preventable loss of life. Carbon monoxide detectors, which often look like smoke detectors but have a much different function, should be installed on every level of a home and near sleeping areas. Both types of detectors should be tested regularly to make sure they work properly. Those who hear an alarm from their home CO detector should leave the structure immediately and call 911. TDH and the State Fire Marshal's Office encourage residents to have a technician service their heating system, water heater, and any other gas, oil, or coal-burning appliances to ensure they are not emitting dangerous levels of CO. Both also warn residents to never use a charcoal grill, camp stove, or other gas-burning devices inside a home, basement, or garage, and to never burn anything in a stove or fireplace that is not properly vented to the outdoors.
The Vice Chairman of Tennessee's Senate Committee on Commerce, Senator Mark Green of Clarksville, has submitted a written request for testimony from State Insurance Commissioner Julie McPeak to explain the specific process and justification for the double-digit increases in premium costs to health insurance customers in 2015. Senator Green, who is also a medical doctor, said, quote, "The countless complaints received from constituents about the skyrocketing premiums for their health insurance plans points to a possible problem. While there are federal mandates, our state government has a process by which rate increases are approved. The public needs to understand that process and be assured that the increases in cost are justified based on care they are personally receiving, end quote. Dr. Green represents Montgomery, Houston, and Stewart counties.
Individual plans offered in Tennessee must now meet the federal requirements specified by the Affordable Care Act. With the standardization of plans featuring uniform services, costs have escalated to the patients covered. The greatest contributing factor that appears to impact the increases that have averaged more than 36% but have reached as high as 45% is the significant loss of revenue to insurers in 2014 for the new pool of premium holders. This despite trends reflecting a leveling of medical costs and employer plan premiums. Tennessee's 109th General Assembly reconvened today at noon, with the Senate Commerce Committee resuming its schedule at 3:30 p.m. this afternoon.
There was no grand prize winner in the lottery Powerball game last Saturday night, so tomorrow night's game is suspected to be worth a record $1.4 billion. That's billion, folks. There have been 19 drawings since someone won the Powerball jackpot. The last jackpot winner was on November the 7th. While no one has won the grand prize since November 7th, there have been 59 winning tickets for $1 million each and 8 worth $2 million each. A ticket qualifies for a $1 million prize if it matches the 5 white balls without the red Powerball. The prize doubles to $2 million if the player purchased a Power Play ticket, which costs an additional $1 but doubles non-jackpot prizes. The odds of winning the $1.4 billion this Wednesday night, 1 in 292 million. Now, if you elect to take your winnings in one lump sum, your cash prize will be reduced by about 38%, so you'll actually get around $868 million. Of course, the federal government will want their income tax cut out of that, which will be about $728,000. So of that $1.4 billion prize, you should take home around $524,272,000.
When asked who they would call first if they won the lottery, 46% said their significant other, according to a survey out last week from convenience store chain Cumberland Farms. But 10% said their first call would be to their lawyer, and that might actually be the better way to go, financial and legal experts say. One of the worst things a lottery winner can do is immediately spread the news, says Andrew Stoltman, a securities attorney in Chicago who has represented multiple lottery winners in lawsuits over investment scams. Lottery winners become one of the most heavily targeted marks in the entire world, Stoltman also said. Before claiming your prize, you should assemble your team. This means trusted lawyers, certified public accountants, and financial advisors who will help you navigate your tax liability, choose investments, and steer clear of scams.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Public Building Authority, which oversees the management of the Manchester Coffee County Conference Center, met last week. The Conference Center has been in the news lately due to consistent monetary losses and the resignation of the center's director. The board has recently hired Rebecca French as the new director. She has instituted new policies and procedures for the center, which treats all customers equally instead of allowing some groups to pay less or nothing to use the facility. All prices on goods and services will be set at at a level to at least cover costs. Some equipment will be purchased instead of rented or leased because in some cases it is cheaper. The board expressed gratitude for Mrs. French's work to this point. Newsleader's John Gray spoke with Ms. French about her new position.
All right, folks, I'm at the Manchester Coffee County Conference Center today, and we've just followed up a board meeting of the Conference Center. I'm with the interim director, Miss Rebecca French. And Rebecca, how's things going over here since the turnaround, the changeover, and all of a sudden you have this facility dumped in your lap to try to pull together and operate?
It's been challenging, but it's been fun, and it's been rewarding already. So we've come together as a team, and we're accomplishing a lot in a short amount of time.
Well, I noticed today in the meeting that you were talking about finances and talking about plans and operating procedures and presenting P&L. And, you know, I was very impressed the way you went through your paces there on that with the board. And I don't think they asked a question that you couldn't answer. So that was pretty impressive to me. What in your estimation do you see as the new and fun things that are going to be happening around here and the future of the Conference Center here in Coffee County?
We have a paddling festival coming up, and we also have some talks about indoor laser tag, traveling indoor laser tag coming. We have a lot going on, but some of it's private and some of it's public. We have a couple festivals that are hopefully coming this way, closer towards Bonnaroo, and I can't think of anything. I know there's a lot going on, I just can't think of it right now.
That's okay. I know you have plans because with this facility being as nice, as big, and as wonderful and usable as it is, part of your job is going to be to get out and promote this place and make people aware of the availability and what they can accomplish here with this great facility.
A big push needs to be availability, but also affordability. We need to get public events here that have left back, and we need to get new events here that are school-driven or government-driven, and get that training in our county back where people don't have to travel to learn and grow. They can come to this facility and learn and grow and not have to travel far from home. So
and speaking about affordability, when you look at pricing here and look at going to Nashville or going to Suwanee or going to Chattanooga, this is a very affordable facility here for someone to have an event.
We're on average a third of their price. So with not giving up any of the amenities that they have. We still have the linens, we still have the staffing, we still have the bartenders, we still have all that they have in big cities. We just have a better price, and we have a great location right off the interstate and in between Chattanooga and Nashville. So
Rebecca French, good luck to you, my dear. We'll be watching.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamp McNabb Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
I always recommend Stamp McNabb Detail Shop to all of my friends. I'm always so impressed by how quickly they can return your vehicle back to you. It's always spotless, and I'm always very impressed.
Spotless, clean. I was really amazed.
It looks like a brand new car when I get it back.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stamp McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Tonight we bring you part 2 of Tom Corrington's interview with Motlow President Dr. Anthony Kinkle.
We're talking today, folks, with Dr. Anthony Kinkle, who is the newly arrived as of July president of Motlow College. And he's had a pretty busy 3 or 4 months up to this point. So let's talk a little about Motlow in general before we get into Tennessee Promise. And So how have you found things? And you've got 4 campuses to try to get acquainted with, and that's got to provide its own challenge.
I love it. I mean, Motlow, you know, President Apple and President Walker and President Glass, before them, all did a great job. I find it interesting that, and I met President Ingram at a meeting the other day, that there are 4 former presidents in the area. They stayed in the area, and you don't find that a lot in this. And now that's the good news. The bad news is I got 4 former presidents looking over my shoulder. I better take good care of this college that they helped build. It's a great school. 77% of our students work. I think people either full or part-time. 91% of our students have a smartphone. And so that's the changing nature of the student that we serve. They're in the mobile world, the digital world. Our students' money is still tight. When we surveyed our students this year, said, what would ever cause you to leave Motlow? 77% of our students said lack of money.
Yeah.
Almost 50% of our students, we asked them, why did you choose Motlow? And they said, because it's close to home and I can live at home. About 50%. The other 25% said it's very affordable. So, you know, we've got a great school, fastest growing college in the entire state of Tennessee, either 2 or 4 year. And not quite growing as much here in Tullahoma at this campus. The real growth is up in Rutherford County and our Smyrna campus, and that'll continue.
Yeah.
They're going to add 50,000 more people in Rutherford County over the next 5 years. And so they're going to want a place to go to school. So we've got to build a new building up there. That's a big, high priority of ours.
Yeah, that's one thing I was wondering. You've been, if you got approval, you've been lobbying, and I'm sure before you talked to Apple, for a third building at the Smyrna campus.
Yeah.
Are you getting any encouragement or money on that?
Well, you know, the original building that they designed, $9.7 million, 17,000 square foot building, frankly, is way too small. And when they designed that, they didn't know the promise was coming. And so we now have to go back to the drawing board and redesign that building. It's probably going to be double that size. And so there's a little bit of a process we have to go through with the Tennessee Board of Regents to redesign that building.
And the legislature.
And the legislature. And so, but we're getting pretty strong support. I think people realize that Metro, I mean, think about it. You've got Rutherford County is in the top 10 counties in the United States of America in manufacturing. Tennessee now has eclipsed Detroit as the #1 auto producing state in the country.
Yeah.
So I think there's a realization at the governor and the legislature that that we have to realign our building priorities given where our industrial base is and the growth is. And so we hope that'll bode well for us when we try to get that 3rd building at Smyrna. But no, it's a great school, Tom. It's a great college. The quality of education is high. We're the #1 producer of transfer students to Middle Tennessee State University, and I've had a good meeting with President McPhee. We're going to try to work together all we can, and we've got great high schools. I mean, I was also attracted to, my son is a 9th grader at Tullahoma High, and great public schools in the area, and they're getting better. Parents who understand the value of education, those students are smarter than ever. And Tullahoma High and Lincoln County and, you know, Coffee County are providing an exceptional education for those. It's a paradox though, where we're lagging behind is those students are coming from homes where education has not been a priority.
Right.
And we're all trying to figure out how to do a better job with those students. And those are the students that aren't reading well. And I have a theory, I don't have any empirical evidence, although I bet I can find it, that we've got a younger generation of parents that candidly let their kids play a few too many video games. And they're not playing with neighborhood kids, and they're not reading books.
Yeah.
And
every time you see them, they're playing with their device.
In that device. Yeah. Now you can use devices to read from. You know, you can download books there, but my worry is that they're not doing that. They're playing these videos.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. It's important for your overall well-being to be physically active, and sometimes getting started is the hardest part of becoming physically fit. The important thing is to find activities you like to do so that you'll stick with them and attain your goals. This video can help you understand how much activity you need to do on a regular basis and how you can get started on a sensible routine.
If you're thinking about adding physical activity to your life, sometimes getting started is the hardest part. It seems everyone can come up with an excuse not to be active.
Shoot, I own my own business. At the end of a long day, my feet hurt and I am just too tired to work out.
I got all this practicing to do. I ain't got time.
I think I'll start my exercise after the holidays.
Who has time when you have kids?
I'm Dave Patania, and I say no excuses. There are too many ways and too many opportunities for you to spend time each week on physical activities that can improve your health. You can do them indoors or out, at home or at the gym. Pick activities that you enjoy and break them up to fit your particular schedule.
Exercise doesn't have to be a bad word. Now, not only has my energy increased, but my family is really a family. We do this together, and it's wonderful.
Just find an activity you like to do and get started. Believe me, the hardest step is the first one. Many people find that doing activities with their family, friends, or coworkers helps them to get started. Try joining a regular walking group at work, signing up for a team sport, or going to the gym with a friend. Having a support network can help you stick with your program. I've also found that keeping a personal log or journal of your activities is an excellent way to stay committed to being physically active. Write your goals down. Mark your activities on a calendar and keep track of your progress. Okay, before we go any further, let's take a minute to review the guidelines. They say that for substantial health benefits, the guidelines recommend that most adults get at least 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity aerobic activity, such as brisk walking, or 75 minutes a week of vigorous intensity aerobic activity, such as jogging, or an equivalent mix of both moderate and vigorous intensity aerobic activity each week. In addition to aerobic activities, adult Americans should include at least 2 days a week of muscle strengthening activities. You can get even more health benefits by working your way up to 200 minutes to 300 minutes or more of moderate intensity aerobic activity each week. But if you haven't been active in a while, start out by doing what you can. Once you feel comfortable, slowly add more time and days. Many people's big mistake is to do too much, too fast. Remember, this is not a race. Walking is a great way to add physical activity to your life. Start with a 10-minute brisk walk twice a day, and if you feel like you can do more, try 2 15-minute walks a day. Before you know it, you can be up to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and that's one way to meet the 150-minute total recommendation for moderate intensity aerobic activity per week. Now just put in your 2 days of muscle strengthening activities that work all 7 major muscle groups, and you're meeting all the minimum guidelines. After a couple of months, if you feel ready, instead of doing only moderate level activities like brisk walking, replace them with more vigorous types of aerobic activity like jogging. Do what works best for you, but always start with moderate intensity activities and then add ones that require more vigorous effort little by little. The important thing is to find activities you like to do so that you'll stick with them. Sometimes getting started is the hardest part of meeting the physical activity guidelines, but all it takes is just a little desire and commitment to take that first step. I'm Dave Patania. Please look at our series of videos that can help you get active, healthy, and happy.
Don't forget to tune into This Week's Living tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell, who will stop by and give us some basic traffic safety tips. Virginia with the Coffee County Public Library will tell us about an upcoming Authors Day in Manchester this Saturday, and the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get away from the winter weather with a luau, and you are invited. All that and more on This Week's Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
The Animal Shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1960 at 67 degrees. The record low was in 1962 at -1 degree. Average high on this day is 49 and the average low is 30. Mostly clear weather in your forecast for tonight, but with a low around 17. Mostly sunny weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 40 and a low of 27. Partly cloudy weather in your forecast for Thursday with a high of 52 and a low of 37.
Well, Jim, have you got your Powerball ticket yet?
I've got a pocket full of them.
You got a pocket full?
Yeah. Someone said today the sure way to win was if you bought 292 million tickets. Then that covers the whole spectrum of the possible combinations. That's guaranteed to be a winner unless there are multiple people had picked out the same number you did, and then you lose big time.
Well, I'm sure we can find different ways. And I've also heard you have a better chance of winning this Powerball than picking out a perfect bracket for the NCAA tournament. So not too bad odds there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Good luck, folks. I hope you have success with that. That's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6.
Have a great evening.